name is Athi Kiviet. I'm a project manager at SANRAL, Southern Region. I was born and raised here in Eastern Cape in a small town called Qonce. And then I went for my tertiary education in Durban University of Technology, where I've obtained my BTech in civil engineering. What made me to be interested in civil engineering? When I was in high school, there was construction taking place nearby home. And then I would be very fascinated to see these people with shorts as well as with a helmet. And then that's when I had interest to know what they studied for or what are they doing. And then I pursued my studies towards civil engineering based on that experience. My journey with SANRAL, it started in 2020 during COVID. And I've been with SANRAL for about 4 years. But I knew SANRAL even way before that. I was always interested to work for the organization as a civil engineer. Yeah, one of the values I like mostly about the organization, SANRAL, is their transformation policy, which is it makes Black people to be inclusive in our projects, especially where the project is taking place, where communities are involved, and they are taking part in a project. And SANRAL is about developing such communities. So that when SANRAL leaves that particular project area, SANRAL leaves a legacy behind where people have benefited. So it's one of the highlights about working for SANRAL that I've learned, including stakeholder engagement, making stakeholders to be part of the project, and there's a constant engagement and a good relationship with the locals. Some of my highlights over the past years I've joined SANRAL is this project that I'm working on, which is almost in completion, the Green River to Buffalo River project in King Williamstown. Mostly to actually deal with communities directly. Even the policy of SANRAL of stakeholder management, which is a project liaison committee, that enables the project management team to talk to stakeholders directly. It was one of my highlights while I'm working for SANRAL in this particular project. The N2 Green River project, from Green River to Buffalo River, it's a project. It's an improvement project that is about 9.2 kilometers long, with 3 major structures: Qonce 1 bridge and Qonce 2 bridge, as well as a Buffalo River bridge. The project entails expanding the road or extending the road to include auxiliary lanes or passing lanes, and also to address some safety aspects like your intersections, as well as the Keckle underpass, to improve safety within the N2. One of the highlights regarding these projects is when the bridge behind me, which is Qonce 1, it's a bridge with 5 spans, about 150 meters. It entered for competition on South African Institute of Civil Engineering. It came for a first place on that category. It's one of the highlights that have motivated me, that a project that I've overseen, it went that far to win an award on a national level. The N2 Green River project commenced in 2021, January, over a period of 33 months, including mobilization period. And the project value is about 500 million to construct. In terms of socio-economic impact of the project, we have done very well. We've even exceeded the targets that was set for the project, although we did have some challenges in terms of sourcing local labor from designated groups, such as military veterans as well as people with disabilities. But through stakeholder engagement and intergovernmental relations, we have managed to get help and assistance from such departments so that we are able to achieve such targets. And then in terms of job creation, we have employed around about 341 local laborers. And then in terms of SMEs, we have also achieved the target of 30%, we've also exceeded the target of 30%, and we managed to subcontract about 65 local SMEs. In terms of packages, set aside for SMEs. Those packages that includes your gabions, your walkways, your guardrails, and so forth. And those packages are created in such a way that they enable these SMEs to upgrade from one grade to another. I'm also excited about the training that we have provided to local labor as well as to the SMEs that were participating in a project. Not only that, as well as to the PLC members, we have also provided training to enable them to be able to assist the project going forward. The project had a component of community development project, and that is the Ginsberg Access Road that links N2 to Steve Biko Center, which is a key heritage site within Qonce. One of the highlights about this community development project is that it's labor intensive, which is its aim is to develop local labor as well as the local SMEs.